Alright, so you'll see here I'm pulling out of the DPS, and he is going a bit slow. So we're going to cut forward. I'm going to have to pull over on the side of the road and wait for him to pass me. We're still going down Highway 3. Alright, so I make my way down the road a little bit further, and I pull into this parking lot, and I wait for him to get up past me so that I can follow behind him. Alright, so as you can see, I'm going to continue to follow him. We have one red light. We're going to go ahead and sit through it. Still on Highway 3. Continuing down. He's going to have to get over left soon. Probably after the next light. So here's the second light. He gets over left in preparation for the turn over the railroad tracks. So he's going to turn left on Clear Lake City Boulevard here. After sitting at the light, I'm going to go ahead and cut forward to his turn. So he begins his turn. He starts to square it out. He has a short trailer, so he doesn't really need to go that far. But if you notice something here, he does not square it out at all. He ends the turn in the right lane. He is currently on Clear Lake City Boulevard, and he's taking a right on Crescent Landing. So he's coming right up on Crescent Landing right now. And as he's making his right, there's a car blocking that far lane. He could make it with the short trailer that he has here. In person, you can see that it's a lot more narrow than it looks on Google Maps, or even on my camera, because it's zoomed out to 0.5. I also want to explain here, I went and talked to him after this, and he explained that he was just practicing. I don't know how that works. They were at the DPS today. I couldn't tell if it was a DPS instructor, but they were both there. And they went through the awning and everything, and they drove the route. But when I asked him if he had passed the test, he explained to me that they were just practicing today. So I'm not sure how that works. So here they had him turn around at this intersection. They wait. And then continue back down to Crescent Landing. And they actually turn left to get back onto Crescent Landing and continue the test like normal. Again, they said they were practicing, so I don't know that they would have done that on the DPS test. I think that would have just been a fail. Now we're back on the proper route. This is Crescent Landing that he's currently going down. And the stop sign here is Village Evergreen Trail. So we're going to watch him make the turn. Here in the video, he has plenty of space, especially with that short trailer. But in person, you can see you are going to need to square that turn out pretty far. And you're going to need to take up both lanes. And if you'll notice, there is very clear yellow markings on the left side. This is a 2-lane road. And these are both one lane, though. One lane going right, one lane going oncoming. Before reaching Pine Lock, they had him pull over on the side of the road and put his flashers on. For whatever reason, it takes him a minute to put his flashers on. This is where they ask you, if you were in an emergency situation and your truck was on the side of the road, what would you do with your safety equipment? Since this is a 2-lane road, it would be 100 feet ahead, one 10 feet behind, and another one 100 feet behind. Alright, so he's heading down Village Evergreen Trail and he's going to make a right on Pine Lock. It's going to be another right turn. Gonna have to make sure to square it out really well. And watch for oncoming traffic. And then he's going to get over left so that he can prepare to turn on Highway 3. You'll notice as he comes up to the railroad crossing, he stops on this side of them. That's just the way that we were instructed as well. Make sure to stop before the railroad crossing. If you don't, then your trailer could be hanging over the railroad tracks, and that's probably going to be a fail. And if not, it's definitely going to be points deducted. Alright, so he's going to begin making his left onto Highway 3. He's in the middle lane where he's supposed to be. If you notice one thing though, and I'm going to slow it down, he is over these white dotted lines. You are not supposed to be over those. That is definitely going to be points deducted, if not a fail. Make sure to square your turnout and track them to the right side of that dotted line. That's the lane that you're supposed to stay in. Right, so here he's going to make his way all the way to the right in the right only turning lane. And that is going to be El Dorado. So he's going to make sure to square his turnout right here on El Dorado. Again, it's very easy for him because he has a short trailer. We are going to have much longer trailers and we are going to have a sleeper cab. But one thing I did notice is that he did not complete his turn in the right lane. He stayed in that far left lane after he turned. And as you'll see, there's a lot of road signs and stuff you might want to pay attention to. There's one stoplight. A whole lot of intersections and traffic coming in and out. Just be sure to watch out. Another light. That's 2 lights. 3. And then a 4th light. He's going to make his way over all the way to the right toward Gulf Freeway. It's a right only turning lane. And then he's going to square his turnout. And again, he ended his turn in the middle lane. That may be okay here. I'm not sure. Alright, so he's going to continue down the feeder. Come on, driver, pick up some speed, driver. He really was going 40 miles an hour for most of this, I was concerned. He's going to make his way over left to get onto the on-ramp in preparation to get onto Gulf Freeway. So again, right here, you should be picking up some good speed. Probably 55, 60 miles an hour by the time you're up on the highway. The speed limit on the feeder is 50. So at this point, we were about at 50 miles an hour. We're continuing up onto the Gulf Freeway. He is then going to wait for a break in that solid white line on the left. See how it becomes dotted? And once he's up to road speed and there's no traffic, he's going to turn his left blinker on and get over onto the freeway. And then he's going to follow the freeway all the way down to Scarsdale. So when you see the Scarsdale exit sign, that's when you should be getting ready. But if it were me, I would just sit in this lane right here and wait till I get up to my exit. So he's continuing down the Gulf Freeway, and you'll see the Scarsdale exit sign on the right soon. Also, of course, be sure to watch for any other road signs that they may ask you questions about. So there's the Scarsdale exit sign. He's going to wait again for that solid white line to be broken. Make sure there's no traffic. And then he's going to try to get over right and take this exit. Alright, so he's going to go ahead and make his way off the freeway here. He's going to need to make his way all the way to the right. So when it's safe to do that, he starts over. He gets all the way over to the right in preparation to go ahead and turn right at Scarsdale. So again, he needs to get over one more lane. It's taking him a minute, but he goes ahead and does it. Alright, so he goes ahead and makes his right turn onto Scarsdale. And again, that's going to be another square out turn where there's plenty of room there, even for our long trailer. But even so, easier for him. And he'll go straight down to Highway 3. And this is where you would make a left. But because he messed up earlier, his instructor has him turn right. And he does the first part of the route again. But from there, it's pretty straightforward. I'm going to go cut ahead. We're going to skip this turn because he doesn't take it. He turns right and redoes the part that he messed up, I guess because he's practicing. I don't think they're going to have you actually do that on the test. So we are now back on Highway 3, heading toward the DPS. We just passed Scarsdale, which is where you would have made a left turn to make your way back to the DPS. On the left would be the DPS. So you see he's putting his left blinker on, slowing down, downshifting for us, and as soon as there's no traffic, he's going to turn left right into the DPS, and that's going to conclude the test. I made this for my class, but to any classes that may watch this in the future, thanks for watching. I hope this helps somebody. I'm more of a visual learner myself.